ought to make the first day the time changes, first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light out.
Fat lot of good the extra daylight does us. We've still got a 3-hour drive to go home. I honestly don't know why we have to keep doing this. Driving 300 miles out here year after year to put some stupid wreath on Eric's grave when you know he wouldn't even appreciate it.
Well, you know he can't make the trip.
It's because he's dead. All right, let's just go. Remember how scared you used to get when we'd come out to this cemetery, Bobby?
Stop.
Oh, don't be such a baby. There's nothing to hurt you out here.
You're starting to scare me.
Or is there? They're coming to get you, Bobby.
Stop it, Dave. You're being ignorant, just like Eric.
They're coming for you, Bobby.
Oh, quit, Dave.
They're after you.
Yeah, right.
Why, look, there's one of them now.
Uh-huh.
It's coming for you, Bobby. He's coming.
Stop it, Dave.
He's after you.
Can I talk to you about Amway?
Oh, hey, sounds like a great deal.
Hey, good evening and welcome to the Midnight Movie. I'm Dave.
I'm Diane.
I'm Rich. Mike.
Eric. I'm Bobby. Who are all these people? Well, hey, it's a very special night for us tonight, as you can tell. Tonight is the 15th anniversary of the Midnight Movie.
No way. No way.
Yes, and I think we have... Yes, I think that pretty much sums it up.
We have to do the math. How old were you 15 years ago?
15?
Old enough.
He's younger now. He's like.
I'll admit it. I was 32.
He's Benjamin Button.
I was 31.
39?
Fuck off.
Come on, guys. Right.
Ooh la la! Ega!
Mark that down.
Beep alert.
We're not going to be on no 15 years more. This going on. Be back to the internet.
That's all right. The executive producer isn't here. What doesn't know him?
He's not feeling good.
He'll be fine.
No.
He'll be fine.
He saw last week's show.
You mean it aired? We don't know that for sure.
Wait, the Italian Star Wars?
One of the
Star
Italian
Odyssey?
Wars.
No, not as of tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because we tape this live.
Yeah.
Just like the Craig Ferguson show. Anyway, that's right. So, hey, here it is, the middle of August. And
Summer.
Oh, it's August. It's
Oh,
summer.
it's so hot.
Summer.
It is?
So
Oh,
hot.
awful, horrible.
What a 4th of July
Yes,
we
there was-
had, though.
Yeah.
There was probably a
It was
giant
right there
day
between
after
the 3rd
tomorrow's
and the
storm that
5th.
came
Yeah,
in, and now
remember
there's
those
a new
fireworks?
ice age.
Fireworks.
And stuff.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Hey, we're trying to be a little classy here. It's 15 years as Crystal.
We're
Not
not
garbage.
We're all going to have to squeeze in because these hats just don't.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
Those aren't hats.
All
That's
of
Zerby's bra.
couldn't
Get out of here.
You're still in your Madonna phase, are you?
Yeah,
Yes.
apparently.
Got over it. Well, don't it out there. Quit fondling it.
Sorry.
Jeez. No wonder these guys aren't down here all the time.
Watch it. You'll
Keep
poke
them
your eye out,
separated.
kid. Well, anyway, so here it is, 15 years from when we first started the Midnight Movie, and most of you out there are saying, you've got to be kidding. You've been around for 15 years.
That was last century.
Yeah.
That's right.
Technically speaking,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
that
right.
is. That's boy. Now I'm really feeling young.
That was before HD and stuff.
What's that?
The TVs used to be this thick.
HD? Oh no, I was thinking VD. But
All of our.
Oh, that was after
look at all
that.
those monitors. That's how old this show is.
Yeah. It's,
Look
Yeah,
at all
look
of
at
these
the TV.
monitors.
yeah,
No,
that's-
no, no.
remember when we smashed actual filled monitors?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a place to do that anymore.
Good times.
Good times.
These things are
Good
real.
times.
Now they took the guts out of these now. They figured it out.
Gutless.
So anyway, well, in order to celebrate our 15th anniversary,
Hey, that's for later.
booze.
Wait, you got his attention now.
There you go. Yeah.
Does it work? No, it's here. So in order to celebrate our 15th anniversary, not only have we brought some of our old friends from the old Midnight movie back, but
Hey, I
we
resemble
also
that. You back.
all right.
I
well,
resemble
it's
that.
all relative.
You're a relative?
We're also showing
Someone's.
one of our classic shows, Night of the Living Dead, 1966 from George Romero, and we're going to show you some very special sights from our very special trip out to Pittsburgh
Good times.
I remember that.
They saw that already.
for our
I saw it all.
Yeah, they showed that already.
They showed it for the
how,
open.
how do you know that?
Because Rocco just said.
That's all we had?
Ah,
I remember more. I thought there was more than that.
there'll be
Yeah.
more, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know what he's
Sprinkled,
going to do.
interspersed
You know that
between.
car was your wife's.
Yeah. It was my wife's car.
Yeah.
And you bought it from them,
Yeah.
Yep.
and you're still speaking.
Well, it was a pretty good car.
It was a good car.
Pretty impressive.
Now
Until he got a hold of it.
No, he fixed it, a lot of
I
it.
remember it just bam, bam, bam. Dude, you are not easy on your cars. Anyway,
let's go and
that's
see this movie.
so how much more exciting can it be?
Oh, I got to turn it on.
Night of the Living Dead.
Let's see if Rocco can put something on the screen.
Oh, it's Mike.
You're on the screen?
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, I don't know that she can. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Back on? Oh. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
Nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. You'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you'll be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of it.
Johnny.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. Truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key? Suppose you've tried this. Do you live here? Jesus. We've got to get out of here. We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
Hey, welcome back. We hope you're
I was just thinking
enjoying
about a
tonight's
skit.
movie, Night of the Living Dead,
The angry talk show host.
on the set of the Midnight Movie Dead.
That's not too
That
far
was,
from
that was
the way he is.
everything.
I know.
Every day.
The angry talk show host.
Oh. Yay.
You got one right.
Anyway, well, it is printed kind of small, and I don't have my cheaters on. Anyway, well, as you may have known from the opening of the show, we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the Midnight Movie. Why we're celebrating it, I'm not really sure.
Hey, we need something to celebrate.
Well, hey, just to bring you folks up to date that haven't been here in a while, did you know that we're showing out in Salem, Oregon again?
Wow.
And somewhere
Proctor,
like
Minnesota.
Proctor, Minnesota, another one of
Cool,
our
yeah.
Lake Onion, I
markets.
think.
Lake
Lake
Onion.
Onion's still on
They
board.
still- yeah.
God bless them.
What
They
was
love
the
us
real
out
name
there.
of that place? I still don't remember.
They're the ones, a lot of that's responsible for a call that we got a couple years ago at the Monster Bash. Somebody called and wanted to win
Somebody
a prize
called?
from that chili cook-off show that we did.
Really?
'Cause it was still playing out there.
Wow.
They wanted to win the prize, whatever.
That's awesome.
I know. And we're
Somebody-
like, where are you watching this?
Somebody called and said,
Lake
"I can't
Onion.
believe you people are still on the air."
Yeah,
What's the wait a minute? What's the word on the Michigan-wide AT&T U-verse that we've been waiting on for months?
I'm waiting for a call back. I called 3 times.
3 times
That sounds
in
promising.
the last year?
Last month.
Oh, last month.
Well, it's Track 7 Cable Access Television. As in Proctor, Minnesota.
Track
Oh.
7, right? Cable.
Cool.
Yeah,
Track
Proctor.
7.
Yeah, I made the big announcement several.
Yeah. Proctor's cool.
Weeks
They
ago
love us
when
out
they
there.
first
They're
started.
thinking about having us as a Grand Marshal.
It's the Proctor.
Or I think the
Wow.
Marshals won. Something
Wow.
like something
that
with
would
the
be
Marshal.
Great.
So what do we got here?
At the proctologist convention.
Instead of
right?
wanted,
Yeah.
he was wanted by the marshal.
That's what I'm thinking.
That could be.
That's what I'm saying. Something with the Marshal. I can't remember what it was.
Something like what? Oh,
Hey, why don't you crack that open and let's start celebrating
Yeah.
now? Why wait till later?
well, don't crack it open. Just
Well, whatever
open
you
it.
do, use your eye socket.
Are we christening something?
No.
we already did that.
No.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not here.
His head.
No, don't hit the head.
What? Bobby's
I'll
not
hit the
here?
head right before the show.
Yeah.
Hit it on the head.
Oh,
It's gonna go by itself.
I hate these.
It's
I
going
hate
by
these.
itself.
I hate these. Don't say it. Don't let it do
Oh,
it.
there it goes.
Don't.
There
I
it
don't like
goes.
these. I don't like it.
It's not going to pop.
It's gonna pop. It's highly explosive.
Oh,
It's a twist off.
How cheap are we?
That's for
Really?
safety. That's for safety.
Wait a minute. Excuse me.
But here it's real fizzy.
It's even shaped like a normal thing.
You
and
said
then
it's
take
going
it
by
off.
itself.
It was. It was going
Bring a
by
dry
itself.
ball
and I was like, oh, here it goes. Here it goes.
Here, let me see that for a second.
There's a joke there somewhere, but I'm not going there.
I don't know if I got my money's worth out of that one.
Would Monsieur care to smell the bottle cap?
Ah. Mmm.
Here, pour it.
Sparkling.
Hey, that's for
Are
me.
those clean?
Yeah, those are clean. Come on, some of the crew might want some. Oh, that's going to be all sticky up here now.
What? Oh.
Oh, you broke my china. Now my wife's going to kill me.
Crystal.
This
Well,
was fine crystal.
Take a sip out of the other side. Make sure there aren't any small shards. You might want to.
Oh, don't you hate
Here,
that
let me-
when you shard?
Is that what you call kids from Chardon?
Let me just throw that,
Small
throw that
shards.
into the.
Hey,
Oh, just-
you can't show this because I stole these. My wife don't know I have them, and now
And
it's
he
broken.
broke it.
And he broke it by clinking them too hard. Delete this scene. This
Yeah,
is
where
a
are the
deleted
plastic
scene.
I don't know if you can see
That
that.
ought to teach
We
you
want
to
the
bring things
plastic
down
cups.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
there we
need
go.
some
Now
of
you
this.
can see it's broken.
Yeah, that's great.
Uh-oh, that's right.
That's just fantastic.
Someone's
Oh,
going to get in trouble.
Here. These are clean glasses. Here, Zerb. There's some for you.
Oh, gosh,
I
thanks.
got fizzy all over my hand.
Who else wants some? Want some?
You know what? No, I'm good. Thank you.
Who wants
Oh,
some?
yummy.
Denny,
What?
come get some of the celebratory
This stuff ain't bad.
stuff.
It's sparkling grape juice.
Triv. Oh, wait. Where's the bottle at?
It's there. There's still
Because I almost
more.
poured all mine out of there. Here, give Triv some.
Here's a
All
piece
right.
of glass in mine.
Okay, wait, Mike, are you old enough to drink sparkling grape?
You
Well,
sure?
just-
Give me some more for Triv. All right, whoa,
Oh, yeah,
whoa,
you're
whoa,
gonna be
whoa.
all hammered for Triv's trivia.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some for Tenorio. All right, whoa,
No,
whoa,
no,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
no. Hey, you can't give fire water to Injun.
That's true. But he's also Chinese, so come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll take
Just
the
drink
bottle.
half of it.
I'll take the bottle.
Get the bottle.
Ah, yeah,
Go ahead,
see,
drink
yeah.
it. Take the bottle.
He'll
Yeah,
take-
see, you're right.
He'll take the bottle.
All right.
You drunk.
I need a napkin.
Sorry.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Well, while
Here
we
we go,
celebrate here
15
the
years.
15th anniversary of the Midnight Movie,
No
why don't you go
clinking.
back and watch some more of the Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, all right.
Kind of what we got going on here.
Speak for yourself.
What's happening? What's happening?
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I
I
don't
know you're afraid, but we have
I
to.
don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
now.
Don't look at it. Get some more lights on in this house. Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some boards, something about a fireplace, something we can nail this place up. God damn! Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
Let's pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long before those things will be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped in to listen to it. And a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it. Grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. That's when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left, except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there, staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And, oh, it's hot in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!" And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny. We better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please help me! Please!
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone!
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead! Oh. Oh.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slaying. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. This shape of monsters. Reaction to law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and western states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is to command citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Listening, radio, and TV, any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or a family can leave just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Repeating, members of this cabinet, the FBI, all chiefs of staff and scientists from NASA within the hour. All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you're listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or, even at this hour, even to theorize about the reasons for this wave of murder. So far, the advice they're able to give the public is some Chief T.K. Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina, is quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here." End quote. This Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slaves. These eyewitness accounts describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Baltimore, Virginia. Since then, reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading of the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like the...
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh, and these.
it became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We have
this
the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets.
usual run of lawlessness.
Food and the radio.
Officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Precautions of any suspicious strangers. And keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there, and I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murder. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How were we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help?
Well, if there were more...
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
It's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too. fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly, I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard you screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom? If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away. Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's going to get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up.
Hey, welcome back. We're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the Midnight Movie with Night of the Living Dead. And
Oh, crap. I knew he was brain dead. Yeah, he's dead drunk. Check his ID. Oh, yeah, knock over the other crystal thing. And my wife will really murder me. Then I'll be a dead.
it's all right.
Get out of here.
It's all right. He's 15.
Too much of the.
We're going to have Child Protective Services coming down to the studio here any minute.
Oh, I found the other piece of glass.
No, I threw that in there.
Oh.
That was the big piece.
Oh, I got a call.
Oh, by all means, take your very important call right in the middle of taping. It's probably
It's
your
Dave.
wife asking about how.
Hey, buddy.
Your wife called. She's upset about the broken glass.
Oh, no. Who ratted me out? Huh?
I don't know.
She'll get over it.
Somebody ratted me out already about the glass. Well, Mike could buy her a new one.
Yeah.
He makes all that high dollar
Why
money
me?
down there.
He was the one holding the bottle.
I couldn't help that you
Go
weren't
home.
holding it steadily.
Don't go home? Well, that's not a problem. See you later.
Drink from this side of the glass.
Well, anyway, that's right. And just watch out for chunks.
Hey, you fixed Steve, Rocco. Could you fix my
Right.
glass?
Yeah.
Mike drank part of it.
It just
Well, that's all right. We'll just have to wait. We'll
Did
just have
you
to wait
screen
until.
everything?
Just give
makes room for my
Mike a
nose.
spoonful of fiber, and we'll wait it out. Well, while we're waiting
I might as
for
well
Mike
pretend
to
I'm at a
pass
Greek
some
wedding.
glass.
Yeah. Opa.
While we're waiting for Mike to pass some glass,
I thought that stone was bad.
why don't we go to Triv's Trivia and Bits of Tid?
Yay, Triv.
Hey, shout out, real quick shout out. I want to do a quick shout out to. Wait for the shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mike and Zerby for showing up at the Midnight Movies 15th anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. Where else would we want to
Anybody else
be?
that couldn't make it. So.
Who?
Who couldn't make it tonight?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Those people.
Those people.
Who? You play whack-a-mole with them with their.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know where they might pop up.
I know there's a few people that could have made it, but they didn't get invited. I don't know. I can't mention those either.
Oh, well.
Huh? No, they didn't. Oh, wait, I already busted on the glass.
Names, please.
I'll tell you later.
All right, so what's the trivia tonight?
The quick tidbit, because I'll do this quick for you, Dave, because I know. The quick tidbit is that, George Romero hired Tom Savini to do all the special effects for the movie. And then when he was all getting ready to film, and he called him up and said, hey, come on down, we're ready. Savini said, oh, no, I can't. You know why? Because he got called into the Army to be their combat photographer in Vietnam. Isn't that an interesting tidbit?
That is interesting.
Combat photographer.
Yep. So that's why he could not be the special effects guy for Night of the Living Dead.
Well, shell shock. I guess that kind of explains things.
Yeah.
Oh, Savini?
Yes.
Yep. But then he did get
He's
the call
not
in
that
the sequel.
old.
He did get the call in the sequel, but I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm calling you on that one.
Go ahead, call me on it.
That's true.
I'm calling you on that.
It's a true fact.
There ain't no way that Savini was offered a job on Night of the Living Dead.
True fact.
That's the way.
IMDb. Here we come.
True fact.
No, I just want to find
I'll
out.
call Tom.
And you know what's funny is that it's a zombie.
Rocco, when was Night of the Living Dead made?
1968.
Oh, 68.
When was Savini born?
1940 something.
46.
Really? Is he that old?
I'm calling Tom right now. I'm gonna ask him. Oops.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it's a funny thing that it's for a zombie flick, quote, zombie flick, that zombies never mentioned once in the movie. They're referred to as those things and ghouls. So the trivia is that Columbia Pictures was the only major studio that was interested in picking the film up for distribution. But there was one little reason why they kind of said, nah, we better not, and they did not take it on. Why? What was the little thing that kind of said, you know what, we're not going to go for it?
Rich knows.
I think I know.
Shh.
Dave.
Sorry, it was the champagne. I think the glass got to me.
Apparently.
All right, well, why don't you think on that for a little while, and we'll go back and see more of the last part of Night of the Living Dead. And when we come back, we'll have an answer for you. And we'll see if Mike has passed his last.
Hey, is this the regular version that we're showing?
Is there an irregular version?
Well, there was the Shaw version.
Beg your pardon? Oh.
Did we show that once?
I'll take good care of her, Helen. She's all I have. Why don't you go upstairs now?
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here, I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on. There's no sound. Play with the rabbit here.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up!
In all parts of the country, the wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. We're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you. Make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. We can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Emergency meeting called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA, has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earth-bound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen. I must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
And Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between them?
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this?
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report, a more
Later.
full report. Will you close the window?
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
Some further explanation of this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get care in there, we could get help for her.
Cosmo is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
Any moment.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injury.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the
Oh.
Look, you go down there and tell, Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't done anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles. There's a big key ring down there. Or maybe a key to the gas pump on it. I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. Better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Place to flee for safety, except to the rescue station which has been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we'll need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many we have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Tom? Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey. You're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Yeah, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're sure no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you...
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Good luck.
key won't work. Watch it. Watch the torch. Gotta get away from the pump.
on, come on. The lights are in the car.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we'd better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You say those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Good Lord.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Anything from the supply wagon, Gus?
No, we're all right. Hey, Gas, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rate...
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Heller, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
But 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window, quick.
Baby. Baby.
Fidel. You want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
Right.
You go here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, check in the office, see what's happening.
All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
They need you down there by the barn. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Tom.
Jesus, Edwin, get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here? All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Well, that's it. Night of the Living Dead. And the movie's over, too. So, anyway, we hope you enjoyed that. Well, hey, everybody, it was nice to see everybody back here for 15 years. Get out.
Dave.
Next week's movie is what? What are we doing next week? I'm just kidding. Not really.
I know.
Giant something. Pull his wig off.
It's not coming off.
It looks so real.
Hit the wrong button again.
Oh.
He's really got that glued on tight.
Oh, wait, I did get you something, Dave.
No.
Since
No.
This is just for you. Since through all 15 years, you were there. You were the anchor. You were holding us together through the hard times,
Holding
through the
us
good
down.
times, through the no times. It's just a little something to remember these times by.
Uh-oh.
It's ticking.
It's a great carnival.
Sis boom ba. What? Name the sound an exploding sheep makes.
Yeah.
That was the funniest one.
Yeah.
I like the rattlesnake one.
Maybe so we get the answer to the trivia.
Okay, take your time. You got a gift.
Oh, I didn't say it was a great gift. It's a token, I said, right?
It feels like something breakable.
Is it an autographed picture of you?
What'd you ruin it?
Ah! Well, that's cute.
Just
We'll have
gave
to
you
put
a
that
little-
up on the set.
A little magnet. I didn't want to spend a whole lot.
You know it's off-center.
Yeah. I
That's
couldn't
really
get it.
nice.
So is this show.
Don't worry, I'll fix it in post.
There you go.
There you go. I want to make sure you had a magnet.
Oh. Oh yeah. What's the answer to the trivia there, Triv?
The answer is why did Columbia Pictures
No, that was
That's
the
the
question.
question.
not pick up the movie for distribution is because it was black and white, and it was coming out right about the same time that color TVs were becoming very popular, and a lot of the movie studios were competing with the color format. So that's why.
Oh, I thought it was because there was nudity.
Well, there you go.
You gonna call me on that one too?
I still think you're wrong. I think there's a story. I think somebody's pulling your yank over that Savini.
Nobody's pulling.
Was offered
nothing.
a job on that.
You?
It was good. Trust me, true facts and things.
Well, that's one show that stuck around. Night of the Living Dead.
That's
still making
your
sequels.
story. That's Savini's story. I'd like to hear it
Well,
from
while
somebody
they
from Night of the
argue
Living
over
Dead.
the particulars
Talk
of
to
Yeah.
George Romero.
trivia and tidbits, what's next week's movie? What is it? Warning from Space.
Uh-oh.
That sounds
Oh, the Star
Oh,
Creatures.
cool.
I remember those.
Yeah.
really.
Can we
Yes.
Why we gotta go back to space again so soon?
Love it.
That just makes me feel.
He's having a little too much fun with this.
All
Don't
right,
we
well,
have any
thanks
more
for
Joe
tuning
Namath
in,
movies?
and,
Somebody
we'll-
pull us
Yeah.
We'll check back here again next week for.
So nothing's
that
changed
thing.
in 15 years,
And
No.
no, not really.
So, all right, I'm outie.
So, oh, hey, don't forget to visit the website, themidnightmovie.net, and like us on Facebook, please.
And check us out on the Vine.
What's the Vine?
That's
On
for that's the
Instagram.
new thing.
And don't forget to tweet with our
We
tweet.
left some champagne.
Nice.
Yeah.
for
The
you.
Living Dead. Wow.
It is.
True facts.
Hey, did Mike ever
I'm telling
pass
you.
his glass? There it is.
I guess the calls won't be the only thing he'll be screening.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.